details right here of number 23 on this back screen right here. The touch and then the slip. Like, that is so perfectly executed to free up number 12 and also free up himself. It also helps that number 4 has the basketball and, he's been cooking, so the other team needs to react to that. Don't understand how that's a foul, but I really like the execution of that Spain action in the first set of the second half. This is a trick question, by the way. Is this a carry? No, because the ref didn't call it. There's your answer. Debate over. He has an idea of where he wants to go. He sees the space kind of here. 15 bites. That's when he goes. This right here in our dribbling and our finishing course is going to be so important. Watch. Hop, get square, and read. So that hop, as he's catching the ball, buys him time to scan the floor and see where the advantage is, which, like, freeze frame, whoop, right where he went. But being able to do that, being able to just naturally catch, like, time up that foot so you hop with the catch, ball in the air, feet in the air, and you can read what's going on. And another thing, too, that is a benefit of FIBA rules is if you hop and you land with both feet at the same time, which foot's his pivot foot? The answer is neither. He can choose. The answer is neither or both. What is the correct? I don't even know. Normal pickup, medium pickup. Now he's got all the options in the world. Neutral pickup, waistline pickup. What should it be called? I don't even know. That's all you need. Wow, that was a nice move. But I think when it comes to finishing, what is the most important part of finishing? Sorry, this is a black and white question. The answer is, did you make the shot? Low pickup, very low, and a miss. Middle pickup and a bucket. Waist pickup. I shouldn't. Middle pickup. Why? I'm just like, he drove middle, so then I'm like, oh yeah, middle pickup. I keep changing the language that I'm using. I don't know what to call this. This is a working thing. Look where he picks the ball. Did he make the basket? Oh, he did. I taught this. The reason why I'm like so hung up on this is I taught this to one of my clients last year, and it worked for him. It's like, but my idea is just because it works for one guy, middle pickup. Middle pickup. Why do I call it that? Waistline pickup. Rock the baby pickup. Look where outside he uses his other shoulder, balls at his waist. Waistline pickup. But anyway, I taught it to one of my clients and it really started working for him. I used he really liked driving to the left, and Brock Modem was a good player comp for him. And Brock Modem, like, every time he did these pickups, he would like literally rock the baby like Russell Westbrook. It was very exaggerated, but he got bucket. Like, when he got downhill, it was tough. Ooh, that would have been throw it. Which way did he go? Number 10. Which way is he going? Which way is he going? We don't know. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, this is the other thing too. If you're watching this and you're saying, hey, he needs to do this and he needs to start expanding his game, he needs to do this other thing because number 10 has taken the ball and gone to his, quick spin to his right and just gotten buckets. One, you've never played in a super competitive game in this environment because this is not the time for experimenting or like working on it. If you want to look to the future, 2-3 years down the road, like, okay, yeah, you're probably going to need a counter. But for right now, like, do what is working because this is a do or die game. How do I put it? What's the example that I use? I don't know. We'll just use Post Malone. Like, Post Malone doesn't go to an arena and play an arena, sell it out, and like try out new songs. He plays the hits. If you're in an arena, if you're you're in a big stadium, you're in a big game, like you do what you're good at. You do what you've trained to do. Now they're on to him. Watch this pickup. Middle. And then from here, like look what he does with the ball. See how he's kind of like moving with it? This is to kind of keep his momentum. It's just natural. You're just naturally going to do it. But now he's strong with it and can go and get some touch on it. It just gives you the most options. That's my point. I don't want to be like super technical with it, but it just gives the player the most options to be creative and get to a variety of different strong finishes. Whereas like I feel like a lot of the finishes you see on Instagram, like let's be honest, they just aren't very strong. They're quick, they're nice, they look good, but in the game of basketball, if number 9 tries to do something fancy here, tries to do something crazy, it's probably not going to work. Picks it up at his waist, and then that allowed him to just play off those 2 feet, and he understands his leaping ability and he understands himself as an athlete, and that's what created that finish, and that's why it looks so easy. Look where he picks it up. Look where he picks it up. Look where it is. Because from there too, like you're so comfortable with the basketball there, you can get your eyes on the rim and you can make the shot, which we talked about finishing earlier. The goal is to make it. What a revolutionary statement by me. You're watching this playback and you go, "Wow, yeah, I never thought about basketball like that before, Mike." But you gotta put the ball into the basket. Makes so much sense now. Okay, like explain this to me. So he's like falling down, kind of a swing step into a slow step. So what we're going to work on in our training session is swing step into a slow step into an off balance thing. It's like this will never be like repeated. Number 4 will never make this same exact move again in his life. But guess what? He picks the ball up at his waist, gives him some momentum. He's just naturally going to protect it from the defender. And this will allow him to be creative right now and keep his balance because he's not thinking about the basketball. That's why he's able to finish it. And he's talented. Goal is to make the basket. The best opportunity to make the basket is done in the setup. You see the gaps, you read all the stuff, and then you create that advantage. And then when you've created the advantage, how are you going to finish the play? You're going to be strong. You're going to go right to the rim. How many times do I need to say it? Look at this. Watch this pickup. Boom. He's got a strong hold on the ball. He doesn't have to think about it. He already knows where it is. Allows him to keep his eyes on the rim, and then he can handle all the variability that will come his way. Oh, could he not have thrown it in there? That's the reason why I yelled. Ooh, that yeah, that would have been a tough window to fit that in, and this guy is right there. I don't think he's as open as he appears to be in this frame. So a very good decision by number 9. Waistline pickup and a bucket. Weird. Oh, now we're getting into the switching game. We're getting into the late game. Switching. Go back to him. This is a matchup everybody wanted to see if there was some. Oof. Stop it. Stop it. I wish we could see this negative step a little bit better, but the score is blocking his feet. Huge. Step back. Discipline. Oh my gosh. Wow. 9-point game. We're into single digits. All right. This one goes against my theory. Like it's still a pretty good attempt for such a physical bucket. And another thing I want to shout out here too is Way to fight through that screen. I believe that's number 15. And then look at this catch. This is exactly, if you're going to play post defense, this is the best post defense. If they catch the ball out here like this near the 3-point line, perfect. Take a handful of dribbles. Try to go make a play. It is tough to do. All left-handed dribbles here. Well, I take that back. Okay. Mostly left-handed dribbles here, except for that one. In and out, pocket, and a split. So 3 different types of dribbles. 3 different types of dribbles. All with the same hand. All serving a purpose. So in and out kind of gets number 9 moving to the right. This is way too technical of an analysis, but the point is, like, with dribbling, this is what's important. And then he floats the ball. That allows him to keep his advantage and go fast and get past number 9. And then with the help right here, this little split, look where the ball is, by the way, completely protected. And then he is going to just push it through and split that gap and then deliver the pass. 3 different types of dribbles with his left hand, gets the job done. That is handle. That is ball handling right there. Kind of unconventional, but I like it. Good pass. What a play right here by number 11. And then it hits him on the way out. That is unbelievable. That is so big. I like this too. Number 1, fired up. Number 11, he's like kind of beside himself a little bit. I don't know if he's frustrated about something, but number 1 getting him fired up. I like that. Celebrate your teammates. Best way to communicate. Easiest way to communicate. Right hand. Oh. All right, I'm gonna need a FIBA ref to come up. What makes this a travel? Trick question. The referee called it a travel. That's why it's a travel. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yes, I agree with this. Go score. Could he have maybe passed it? Sure. I think that's this is one of those things where the player is gonna go back and watch this and, hey, I could have passed it. Maybe, I could have done this, but at the end of the day, it's the lesson learned from, and I would always falter on the side of being aggressive. All right, ball on number 4's hands. Gets the switch. Can he get him with another step through? Yeah, this is such an interesting concept here. Interesting idea. I don't even know how I want to explain this, just because there's a lot of things going through my mind right now. The first thing that comes in is, like, is he just trying to get him on another fake? Is there something to be said for number 10, our guy again, not sliding, not moving properly to get himself in great positioning to be ready to make a play, just kind of waiting for the ball to come to him? Number 4 would have hit him right in the numbers if he was perfectly in the corner, and he would have been able to get that shot off. So I don't know. I don't even want to criticize number 4 for that. I think if I do, I'm going to take that. I'm going to walk that back a little bit. If I had to criticize something, it would say, I would just ask him, I was like, do you think you're getting a little too cute? Do you think you could go at him, go try to score on his face? Just like number 11 does here. Watch everything. I see everything. All right, come on, number 4. You're down 6. So okay. This for me, he feels the moment. This is such a sign of a great player, a very mature player. I love this. The last possession, he tried to throw it to number 10 in the corner. 10 ended up turning it over. So what does he do right now? He gets this guy on his hip. Is he kind of forcing it a little bit? Is the guy almost in front of him? Pretty much. Notice where the pickup is, by the way. But he says, I'm gonna go get it done. And that's what he does. And I really like that adjustment in the moment. Passed it the previous possession led to a turnover, and in this one, he gets downhill, gets the job done himself. Very good awareness. And this isn't like some over analysis, some deep thing. This is just a dude being a competitor, feeling the game. and making the right decision at the right time. Yeah. Yeah. The recognition here. The recognition. I don't know if this is by design or this is just a kid like trying to get it done. Big man out of the paint, no real rim protection. I believe that's our guy, number 94. Not exactly the most vertical player of all time. Gets this guy on his hip, says, "Okay, I'm going to go score." Boom. I have no idea if number 7, if Spanulis' son read that situation from this picture, from this frame right here. No idea. No idea if he said, "Oh, other big guys out of the paint. This guy's also pretty big and he's guarding me. So they have no rim protection. So if I can beat this guy, I can get there." And number 94 is the last. He's kind of playing Superman right now. Let me challenge him. That's a ton of thought process in the moment. He maybe noticed something about the bigs being out of the paint, but he made a good decision, made a big play. I like that. Just like they drew it up, right? Wow. Great hips on this. Look at his feet. Finds that load position very, very quickly. Eyes completely dialed on the rim. Knocks it down. Very important detail of this, too. Team and conceptually. Number 11 creeping in from the corner. This guy's crashing. This guy's crashing. Number 6 being super aggressive. Super aggressive to the rim. 5-point game 2 minutes ago. They get the switch. Are they going to try to get it inside? Yes, they will. Number 12, one-on-one against 94. 94 is not moving. 94. 94. Why are you playing one-on-one against him in the post? You ain't moving that guy. He's a fire hydrant. He is a fire hydrant, and he gets one in the face. Number 11 showed up here in the last couple of minutes. Very good decision right there. Waste some clock. A bucket here. Oh my gosh. Such a good decision. What I really like about this, I love his footprint. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't try to force it, doesn't try to get closer, understands his range, understands what's going to be open. They wasted enough time on the shot clock, made that dagger. But the decision of this possession is on this drive right here. On this drive right here. I don't have anything. Let's just keep going. Burn some more clock. We got the lead. Not a lot of time left. Number 11 didn't try to be a hero. He just made the right play, let his teammate shine.